All right, good afternoon, everyone. We're 2 minutes late. All things considered, that's not bad. Set for 1 o'clock this afternoon is People versus Edwin Otto Smith. Mr. Smith is here with his lawyer, Jordan Hard. Also present is his probation agent, Autumn Kiefer. Mr. Smith was placed on probation in a very contentious case. The victim was so angry in this case. Took it out on Mr. Smith and me. They issued a bench warrant for her arrest. She went to Florida and never came back. Alcohol was always an undercurrent in this case. And the defendant was placed on probation. He was convicted of failing to stop at the scene of a personal injury accident. Placed on probation to Autumn, the supervisor, back in September of 2024. It was quite a heated sentence. Autumn has filed a probation violation alleging that he has failed to abstain from the use of alcohol or drugs. Defendant pled not guilty to that matter. It was set for hearing today. I would note also Angelique Camfield from the prosecutor's office is here with us. Autumn stopped me, and again, we were both busy this morning, and I had a meeting at noon. Apparently sometime earlier today, some sort of additional treatment report came in that I haven't seen yet. Jordan, what's our plan of
Thank you, Your Honor. I did speak with Mr. Smith a couple weeks ago. We did go over the petition of the probation violation and the report, kind of the supporting basis for the filing of the petition. In talking with Mr. Smith, he is willing to make an admission today. I did advise him of Ms. Keeper's recommendation and what I would be asking the court to impose as far as a sanction today, but we are ready to proceed with an admission.
All right.
Ah, yes, nothing screams model courtroom efficiency quite like wrangling a case that's part soap opera, part travel documentary, and part AA meeting, all while still managing to show up only 2 minutes late. Here's someone juggling a vanishing victim who decided Florida was the better jurisdiction, a defendant who treats probation rules like optional guidelines, and a probation agent armed with a fresh report hot off the mystery printer.
Mr. Smith, you were placed on probation, and it was a condition of your probation that you not use alcohol. And apparently you continue to use it, and we continue to struggle. So you have a right to have a hearing on that. Would it have to be proven beyond a preponderance that you violated in terms of your probation? We're prepared to proceed with that. But however, you can also just admit and acknowledge that you violated the probation, and then we'll figure out what we want to do now. We are all of the opinion that you don't want to be on probation anymore and would like this to be over. So do you understand you have a right to have a hearing regarding this violation?
Yes, sir.
And by giving that right up, you'll be giving up the right to have a hearing and the right to be presumed guilty, at least by a preponderance of evidence.
Yes, sir.
All right. Now, the report that you were placed on probation in September, and we've been struggling all along. You're positive January 25th, February 4th of 25, May 9th of 25, May 12th of 25. We had a previous PV, and so let's just go to May. On May, sometime in May of this year, did you consume alcohol in violation of the terms of your probation?
I'm not sure.
Well, you tested positive on May 9 and May 12.
Yes.
What's your alcohol of choice?
Vodka.
With what?
Nothing. I just have a couple shots from a nerve, sir.
Yeah, well, that's multiple red flags. Vodka is a big one, and straight vodka is the red flag is on fire. All right, so you're struggling. You lost your job at American Axle.
Yes, sir.
Was that alcohol related?
No, sir.
And where are you now?
I'm working for my aunt and signs and more in schoolcraft.
Signs and more.
Yeah, we had irreconcilable differences at Precision Electric.
All right. Ms. Kiefer, what's your thought here?
Well, after receiving the treatment update this morning from his therapist at Pivotal, Mr. Smith just wants to be off this probation. I will note he has been negative for testing since June, which is great. He's recently gone through some medical issues. We just need to be done with this probation. Initially, I recommended 2 days in jail. I would just wipe the remaining fines, be done.
He hasn't completely paid his fine and costs.
No, not totally. There's still $440 left. He paid $165.
All right. Jordan, what's your thought here?
Thank you, Your Honor. In talking to Mr. Smith, it does sound like he's of the opinion that probation is not really of a benefit to him right now. As Ms. Kiefer indicated, he has in a report been complying. He reports he's attending, treatment as he should. He does have some health issues right now, which make his ability to pay on those fines and costs somewhat difficult, but if a payment plan was afforded to him, he would be able to comply with that. We would ask that any additional jail time, he get credit for what he served. I believe he did some time on that violation back in February.
He did 10 days, I think, and then he did a couple more on
Yes.
some of the violations.
Correct. We would just be asking for no additional jail time served and then to revoke the probation, and everyone can just kind of move on with their lives. Thank you.
Balancing patience with the kind of dry wit that could season an entire Thanksgiving turkey, this courtroom ringmaster manages to lay out a defendant's laundry list of slip-ups without ever raising a voice, just raising eyebrows. It takes skill to turn "you violated probation" repeatedly into a masterclass on reality checks, complete with a vodka PSA and a reminder that financial responsibility doesn't vanish just because your enthusiasm for probation does. Honestly, it's like watching someone conduct traffic in a demolition derby. Chaos all around, but somehow order still emerges.
Ms. Canfield, do you have a thought on this? You weren't here when this all went down, but
Your Honor, I guess my concern is that by saying he just wants to be off probation, that just
every probationer wants to be off probation.
exactly. And I think that just allows them to decide whether or not they wish to comply. And obviously that's not the case because we wouldn't be here if that was their choice. It's an actual order of this court that he's violated. And not only one occasion, a multitude of times, as can be seen from Ms. Kiefer's report. So I do feel that revocation is appropriate. I do also feel that some additional jail time is appropriate. While it's fantastic that he's been negative since June of this year and he's compliant with his other treatment modalities at this point, he wasn't compliant with this court. So that's certainly a sanction I think should be provided by a jail term.
Thank you. Mr. Smith, I'll give you the last word. Is there anything you want to tell me?
No, sir. I'm just sorry. I violated.
Well, you were there. The victim was so angry about all the ramifications of this and contends that she had life-altering, continuing injuries as a result of this. Your alcohol use was downplayed. She felt that alcohol was a big factor in this.
It wasn't, sir.
Well, it was just sort of an afterthought in the police report. And I don't think they even did a test.
They did.
Did
at
they?
my house. Yeah, on Blue Zeros.
All right.
When they came from the police report.
Okay. Anyway, alcohol was an issue, and obviously it was an issue because you were unable to comply with the terms. You also, between September and now, have only paid $160 towards your fines and costs. I'm gonna wipe those out. I think you did 10 days and a couple stints of 2 days, or maybe one stint. Let's take a look.
I think it was one stint, sir.
Or I think you've done 12 days. I'm gonna order 14 days, credit 12, leaving 2 days to serve. I'm waiving your fines and costs. Your probation is revoked.
Your Honor, with his medical, could we schedule those days with Autumn?
Yes, I'll
Thank
have
you.
Autumn schedule it. This case comes to an end. There was never a good solution. I understand there was some sort of a resolution of a civil case. The complaining witness has relocated to another state and this matter's closed. I want you to go with Autumn and she'll schedule when you're gonna do that additional jail time.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Mr. Matheny is here. Tim, is your guy here?
Heard he was gonna be a little bit late.
Called the office about 12:30, said he was not
Okay.
late.
Ah, behold the courtroom wizardry, calmly turning a defendant's repeated oops into a neat little tally of jail days, fines, and compliance credits, all while juggling the delicate art of victim acknowledgement, probation officer concerns, and the occasional lawyer plea for medical accommodations. It's like watching a maestro conduct a symphony where everyone's playing different instruments off-key, yet somehow the final performance hits all the right notes. Order restored, lessons delivered, and patience flexed like it's an Olympic sport.